My name is Matt Goldberg, and I am about 40 feet in the air, standing on a platform looking down at the ground of beautiful Revelstoke, British Columbia. It's the last day of my family's vacation. I'm there with my kids, Ella and Owen, with my wife, Catherine, and we have had 2 beautiful weeks in Alberta and British Columbia. We started in Banff. We went to the Badlands, we saw dinosaur bones, and we made our way west into this beautiful, incredible forest, seeing 5 out of, it seems like 290 possible national forests and wildlife reserves, and incredible sights to see. You only see a tiny portion over 2 weeks. And we've chosen to end our vacation at the Revelstoke Mountain Ski Resort, which in the summer is not very busy, which is why we can afford it. This is one of those incredible ski resorts with beautiful ornate rooms, and in the summer, ghostly quiet. And I love it. We've spent weeks, like I say, exploring forests and climbing mountains that are too big for me, and seeing wildlife, bears that are too close to me. And it's our last day. The only thing I want to do is get away from the forest, get away from nature, and explore the touristy crap that my dad would have approved of. We spend this last day exploring all that the Revelstoke Mountain Resort has to offer, and that's right, folks. That includes things like axe throwing, which is both harder and as cool as that one weird friend of yours says it is. I have tried the mountain roller coaster, which is like a pipe that runs down a mountain, and you're like stuck in a cart flying down the mountain on a metal cart. And the last thing we're doing is the aerial adventure course, which is not quite as amazing as that sounds, but if you've ever been to one of those tree climbing places outside of Montreal, see some nodding, I see some people agreeing with me here, it's like that, only they didn't build it on the trees, because British Columbia actually cares about their trees. They just built this weird, insta-perfect sculpture of logs and branches and obstacles up in the sky. And I'm exploring this with my kids. I don't know you guys, I love a good obstacle course, especially one of these big tree climbing courses where you've got all of the opportunities to act like your favorite action heroes. Yeah, you could be Sylvester Stallone in Cliffhanger climbing up a sheer rock face, or you can be James Bond edging around these platforms and buildings, or you can even be that favorite character from Band of Brothers whose name you do not remember, running over tire treads and sliding into these huge cargo nets, but you're not on the ground, you're like way high up in the sky, and it's awesome. And it's especially awesome because I'm not as fast as I used to be, but my kids are. And I'm watching 9-year-old Owen and 11-year-old Ella just tearing this place up. Ella is so ready for her spy movie. She is just whipping around on these zip lines, taking these these boxes around the course. And Owen, being a 9-year-old boy, is invincible. And so we'll try everything, even the things that are height and age inappropriate. He corrected me on this story. I was going to claim there was one thing he couldn't do, but in reality, he could get by just fine on the skateboard on wheels with a pulley system above it. I just had to help him with the pulley part because he's like this tall. These kids cannot be stopped, and it's kind of amazing. We're there for like an hour. I am very tired and very ready to go, so we make our way to the very final obstacles of the Revelstoke Mountain Aerial Adventure Course. And this isn't James Bond. This isn't Band of Brothers. No, folks. This is a Mission Impossible style dead drop off this 50-foot platform. And I am excited. I am thrilled. I live for this kind of thing. And Ella goes, it's no problem. You walk up, you clip onto a thing, you walk off an edge into space. Owen goes next. Quick note for those of you who have kids, let your kids go first. You never want them to panic and, oh no, Owen's already gone, it's my turn. So I walk up, the disinterested teen looks at me, helps me clip my thing in there, she goes back to her e-reader, and I look at this cliff. So this is a platform, like I say, 50 feet up in the air. Look, this is a mountain, and I'm excited. I'm like, I'm such a cheesy dad. I'm like, should I take a running jump? And she's like, no, do not take a running jump. You are gonna hurt yourself, and someone's gonna have to save you. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So again, this is I am supposed to walk off this platform, not jump, not run, fine. Walk off this platform, I'm gonna fall 50 feet, and it's gonna catch me right before the bottom. Just like Mission Impossible. I am so into this, I'm thrilled. And I'm getting myself ready, I clip my myself in, and I take that walking step, and as I am halfway in, halfway out, I black out completely, and I'm on my back, and my arm is twisted up behind me, and I am breathing really deep, and I don't know what happened. It's only been like a couple of seconds, but my body is twitching, and the teenager is no longer as disinterested as she was just a moment ago. I'm so sorry. I get up, I'm still clipped in, and I go to take my step, and I can't take my step, my body doesn't want to die. And I don't know what to tell my body, because my brain is, you're not going to die. This would not be a very popular mountain resort. I can't do it, and I'm like shaking with the tension. And she's talking me through it. The disinterested teen is, this happens a lot with men, like I can't. No, I understand, it's fine. I can absolutely do this, except I really can't do this. And I'm sitting down on the ground, and she's trying to tell me, sometimes people have to like walk backwards. I'm not gonna walk backwards. I'm not gonna trick myself. I've gone on roller coasters. And that's when it hits me. I've done all of these things, all of these stunts, all these adventures, but where I didn't actually have to do anything. I just had to like put myself in a position of receipt, and danger would happen at me. This is my first time having to actually go hang gliding, or bungee jumping, or yes, walking off a 50-foot platform into the trees. And she's starting to tell me that, it's fine, you can go back. There's a lineup behind me on the stairs. You can just walk back down the stairs. And that's when I hear it. Daddy. It's Owen, 50 feet down, projecting like a hero. I can tell in this moment, he's both like, he thinks I'm playing a game or something like that, but also he's getting a little bit worried, because it's been a whole couple of minutes. And it turns out the only thing that scares me more than putting myself in mortal peril is letting down my kid. So I go for one more. I'm going to do this. I'm going to step off this ledge. And folks, I will tell you right here, right now, what I never tell Owen, what I never tell Ella, that I do, in fact, take her advice and back my way out. Because my stupid automatic body doesn't want to die, even though my brain knows completely rationally it's not going to happen. And I fall, and it catches me, and we laugh, and it's great. And not 1 year ago, I was here on this stage sharing a story about how jealous I was about my kids and the way they experience fear. My entire middle-aged life, all I've had is a fear that something bad was going to happen to my kids, and I stopped really worrying about things happening to me. And I started reading all of the horror books and seeing every movie and just trying to scare myself. Then it turns out the one time I am perfectly safe, that's when I feel it. That's when I remember. Fear, real fear, is something that is totally out of your control. It's been a year since this vacation, and I continue to watch Ella do things effortlessly, and Owen continue to throw himself at problems like he's never going to get hurt. And to date, he really hasn't. So fair enough. But I'm just grateful that I am still able to learn just how dumb I am occasionally. Thank you.